Alright, live on YouTube, live on Rumble. Good afternoon, hello, welcome to Weird Weekly Recap. I forgot to open up my script here. This show is a dive into the odd, obscure, bizarre, and other words for strange world of notable events, weather, and sports, aka news. I am Xander.
Golden Loon, excuse me.
Yeah, and you, of course, you are you. Today is, what is today? Saturn's Day, aka Saturday. February 21st, 2026. Let's get into the news today, shall we? Chinese city builds the world's longest outdoor escalator system. Huh. And you can't really see it that well, but like it's all the way. You see that in the middle of the road, all the way up there, the whole thing?
Oh, man, look at that. They could use that in Vegas.
Yeah.
Remember we walked that whole thing back?
Yeah. Yeah, the strip and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't it in Vegas where they had...
In the summer, it was at night, still hot.
Yeah. One, like, if not the world's first, one of the first, semi-circular escalators.
Yes.
Now it's in Caesars.
They did
the shopping
go full
center.
circle, but each floor went another half.
Yeah. So like,
they were one of the first.
Yeah.
I don't know if they were the first, but one of the first.
I remember that was a big thing.
It was huge.
It is. It's still, I'm just
cool.
like, yeah. I saw a video about escalators and how they work and everything, and just trying to think about how you turn that into like a curve that curves back the other way. When you think about it, it blows my mind. Anyway, the city of Chongqing is famous for its varied terrain and complex infrastructure system. It features the world's deepest subway station, a suspended train track that passes straight through residential buildings, so through the buildings, and it recently became the home of the world's longest outdoor escalator system. Known as the Wushan Goddess Escalator, Chongqing's latest infrastructural marvel consists of 21 escalators, 8 elevators, 4 moving walkways, 2 pedestrian bridges, and 2 overpasses, and was designed to cut the travel time between the upper and lower sections of Sheniv Avenue in the Gaotang area of Wushan County from an hour to just 20 minutes.
Wow.
Nice. So, and by the way, I'm not going to read the entire article. Please check the underbar in the description below. This and every other article is already down there. But I want to see this proper. So
You know me in time.
Yeah.
Do I love this escalator or what?
Yeah.
From an hour to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Put me on it.
So
It dumps you into the river. That's a bonus.
If anybody can read this, I can't. I'm just trying to see. Look at that thing.
Yeah.
Well, let me bigger that
I just
here.
want to see the visual of it. And elevator. Now I see why they're talking elevator.
Yeah, so elevator goes straight up there, and then the escalators continue. But look at that. I love the round thing right there.
Yeah.
I would love to replicate this in SimCity. This is gorgeous.
I'd love to see it function.
Yeah, there's the elevator.
Yeah.
And then more escalators and everything. Look
Oh,
at that.
figure 8. Look at that.
That's a little snowman. There's just one of his arms. He's waving.
Snowman.
An upside down
right.
snowman.
That's like to get up to it, to get on.
Yeah.
That's a stairway to get on.
No, that's not escalators. This is the covered part. That's just a walkway
it is?
around. Yeah, I don't believe it's escalators. I think all the covered glass areas are escalators, moving walkways and all that
I
stuff.
can't tell the covered glass. Look at all those steps going down the water.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
Anyway, moving on up, more from Audio Central here. The world's largest shopping center features nearly 700 stores across 16 floors. Why? All the malls are dying. Why is this exist now?
Dying there. Where is it?
2009, Bushen's Xingyun Sentium City dethroned Macy's as the world's largest shopping center. I remember the Macy's one in New York. It had 16 floors or something, remember?
I have no
Something
idea.
wild. And it has been holding on to that title ever since. Of course, surpassing the size of the 16-floor behemoth would require quite an undertaking, both logistically and financially. Okay, yada, yada, yada. Apart from nearly 700 individual stores, the giant shopping complex also houses art galleries, an ice rink, its own golf course with a 60-tee golf driving range, multiple movie theaters, a traditional Korean jjimbyjang, a gender-segregated bathhouse, an office tower, and a public park with a quirky dinosaur and pirate theme. It's so large that you literally need several days just to see everything. So.
Now, I'm picking this out, but 60 tee-offs, that's at a driving range where you can practice your swing.
Yeah.
60!
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Well, I don't think it's... I think it's multi-level.
Oh, I'm sure
maybe.
it is. But maybe, I don't know. It could just wrap around, too. But you said they're dying. Look at the date, 2009.
Yeah, since 2009.
I don't think they'd opened it today anywhere in the world.
So this is not really news. This is just a puff piece or something.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find, the driving range. I'm just seeing a bunch of stores and everything. Yeah.
Well, that's what mostly it is.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
they got all kinds of things in there. An ice rink.
Oh yeah. There's the driving range. Look at that thing.
So
wow.
It does have a bunch of levels. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You can see there's.
Look at that.
Yeah, that is awesome. Oh, they all have fans to keep them cool. So that looks like a tripping hazard, but I don't know.
Didn't they say also a golf course or just a driving range? I think they said something about a golf course.
I
don't know if it was a full one.
Oh, whoops! I already closed out.
Doesn't
well.
matter.
Unable to find a job, man decides to go to prison to survive. I've thought about doing this myself. Russian media recently reported the most bizarre case of a young man with no means of supporting himself who went to extreme lengths to make sure he had a roof over his head and at least one meal per day. Referred to only as Oleg, the 20-something man from the Republic of Bashkortostan successfully got himself arrested and sent to prison for making bomb threats. Yeah, people have been doing this for a while. After graduating from high school, Oleg had served in the military and had recently tried to secure a job in the Russian city of Ufa, but failed to do so after numerous attempts. With nowhere to live and no money to feed himself, the young man became so desperate that he came up with a plan to get himself thrown in prison. Yeah, you know.
He should become somebody's bitch, but why not just join the military? Go re-up.
Well, he might be disabled now. Like, you know, I don't know. So this just
now
says.
You're adding something to the story.
Yeah, well, it says last summer after spending 3 days trying to find a job in Ufa. Only 3 days? Really?
Wow. That's really putting the pedal to the metal.
I've been trying for fucking years to get a job out here, and they ain't hiring my crack ass, tell you that. Oleg went to a hotel and threatened the staff that he was going to blow the place up with a bomb in his backpack, despite locking himself in a room and screaming that he had a bomb. No one believed him, so he opened a window and jumped out, heading straight to the nearby airport. What the hell? This guy is crazy. But, I mean, you know, if you can't feed yourself, you know, I mean...
Like I say, re-up. That's the easiest one.
Well...
At least you're honorable.
Well, if he's possible to re-up.
Well...
You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if he even can. Like, you know...
I don't know what his options are.
It's
3 days is not enough.
No, it's not. 3 days is pussy.
You know, 3 months... Okay, now you can start saying, what the hell?
Yeah, 3 months, I start to understand, you know.
Of course, if you're not eating, 3 days is a long time.
Yeah. If you have no money to get food, yeah. But, I mean... well, I mean, you don't want to start eating out of a garbage can or anything like that, but what else are you going to do?
Yeah.
So I guess, you know, if he really had, like, nothing after 3 days, then I guess I can understand a little bit more. But, you know, that, you know, re-up if possible. It might have covered that in the article, but I'm not going to read the entire article. I want people to go give these websites a foot traffic. Yeah. Teen paper plane enthusiast broke 2 long-standing world records in under 2 months. The Guinness World Record for the longest flying paper aircraft was set 15 years ago by experienced Japanese paper plane builder Toda. But it is expected to fall as soon as the attempt of a group of Chinese teenagers is validated by Guinness. Interestingly, the same use also broke the world record for the longest distance flown by a paper plane under 2 months ago. Liu Liwen and his teammates Tang Shui, Yang Xian, Huang Yizhao, Qiao Yichen, and Wang Chenggao don't mess around when it comes to building paper planes, and they showed it by breaking not 1 but 2 world records in under 60 days. Okay, on the afternoon of February 11th, a group of Chinese paper plane enthusiasts gathered at the Kunshan Sports Center in Jiangsu Province to attempt a record that not been broken in 15 years. They brought their 10 best plane designs and launched them repetitively to achieve the longest flight time. Let's see here. The paper airplane cannot be larger than A4 size. It can be cut but not spliced. And the amount of tape used cannot exceed 2.5 *3 square centimeters. I guess to the power of 3. Yeah. So, anyway, yeah, they broke some records.
Here's the deal. You know, they're giving us all those dimensions on the plane. That's okay. But where do you get to launch this? Can you get up on a little hill?
No.
Is that limited?
No, it's inside. Like, they throw it up way up in the air. Like,
okay.
Here, let me bigger this here.
That's different. Because then I was going to go, man, you better study the wind currents and everything else, you know. When's it a good day to go out when there's a lot of updraft? Okay, they're inside.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes a huge difference. I don't know if you remember or not.
But see, that they can also be very tampered with. All you have to do is like screw with the AC system or something, cause a gust right as it gets to the top. You know, you can really sabotage them. What were you going to say?
Do you remember, you put something on the air, I don't remember what the article was about, but someone launched from the upper deck of a baseball stadium and that thing just glided and glided all the way to the ground like second base or something.
Oh yeah, hold on a second.
That was so cool. Nothing to do with this.
Game, paper plane. I remember somebody threw a paper plane. Here's looks like a football game.
It could have been. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah. So hold on a second. Here it is. So,
seemed like baseball, but I mean.
Well, I remember a baseball one as well. I remember somebody threw a plane and it hit a baseball player or something.
This isn't the one I remember. You had a better view of it.
Yeah, hold on a second. Sports game. Paper, plane, baseball. Let's see if I can find that. Okay, oh yeah, maybe this is it. It said something about Upper Deck. So, this was 11 years ago. There we go, hold on a second.
Crowd's roaring because somebody from the upper deck let go of a paper airplane, and it almost made it to the field, and it took a left and went over the Dodgers.
Show us. So that's no good. I don't care to talk about it.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah. Replay. We got a replay of everything.
There it is coming down there. I saw it go by second base.
This is quicker than driving.
Oh, it went back over the.
Oh, somebody got it.
Yeah.
LAX.
That's hilarious. What else do we got here? Turkish man saves himself from choking by performing the Heimlich maneuver on himself.
Oh, there you go. And you can.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm actually just gonna show this on YouTube here. Yeah, I'm gonna play this entire video here. I don't really need to read it. It's pretty self-explanatory.
A Turkish medical worker may have seen his life flash before his eyes during what should have been a routine snack break. The frightening incident happened in southern Turkey. It was caught on a surveillance camera.
No, you need, that. There we go.
Yeah.
Ilyas was sitting.
So
Did you know before you were born?
No, I don't, because I wasn't born yet.
Do you know the story? I saved Granddad with the Heimlich.
Yes, you told me.
Yeah. Okay.
Didn't you Heimlich me once, or something? Or I know that you showed me quite a bit. Just that way I knew it.
What's very dangerous, and now they have that thing you can put it in, pop stuff out.
Oh.
You put a big ass round ball in your mouth, just big enough to get it in there, and you're in the back seat in your car seat. I pulled over. Okay, you could still breathe, but
Oh man.
You couldn't get. So I took my finger, got it out of there.
Nice. That's scary. So that's what happened to me.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, wow. So.
I mean, you weren't panicked or anything.
Yeah. Well, I was just a stupid kid. Yeah.
Before you realized you couldn't get it out.
But yeah, I showed that video so viewers know how they can, if the situation arises, they can save themselves.
Yes.
Find something
really
like that, and really you want to
right in the solar plexus.
right here, and then you want to back and up. You want to pop your lungs to pop the food out from your wherever it's at.
Yeah. Right under the rib cage and the solar plexus.
Yeah.
Boom. There it is, right there.
Moving on up, more from Odyssey Central. Italian pilot became the first to land a plane on a moving train.
Are you
What?
kidding me? Whoa.
Wow. Train landing was one of the most challenging and demanding projects in my career, Costa said. There were so many variables to measure, but the greatest test was learning to land blind on a very small moving runway. Oh yeah, you can't see straight down, so you gotta position yourself in space.
Yeah,
orienting,
looking out ahead only.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It says here, landing a plane is always challenging, but imagine having to touch down on a small moving runway that you can't really see from the plane. These types of conditions are exactly what make Italian airplane pilot Dario Costa's daring feats. Wow, what a name, Dario. Daring Dario. Landing his Zvico Edge 540 aircraft on the last cart of a moving train is impressive. So there it is.
Oh, Dario.
Yeah.
Look at how it's not just on a flatbed, it's on a
shipping container of some sort.
Yeah.
So I'm going to play
this
here.
It's even worse.
Yeah.
The Italian pilot Dario Costa has made aviation history, landing his plane on top of a moving train and then lifting off again.
Dario.
Oh, he took off again. Oh, wow. So while he touched down...
Yeah, that's a stop and go.
That's Dario.
Yeah, I wouldn't consider that a landing.
Tom Cruise is on board that. He's the only man who does those sorts of
still
things.
Crazy,
it's impressive, but I wouldn't consider that a landing. You have to stop.
That's a touch and go.
Plenty.
Yeah.
Traveling.
Which students that are learning to fly do that. The instructor brings you in at a touch and go.
Mm-hmm. So, yep, that's half the story right there, so I'm not going to read any more. Woman receives prison time for using megaphone to insult neighbors at night for almost 2 years. And see, now this is dangerous. You see this photo?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not entirely sure. I'm going to open it in a new tab. But does this look real to you?
No, does not.
Okay, good, because it looks like AI.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now they're using AI for, like news thumbnails and stuff.
It may be.
Well, they do have a photo.
Story.
They do have a photo.
Now that looks real.
Yeah, but they cast her in the shadows.
Yeah.
And that's the photo I use for the thumbnail. But obviously,
that's easy to make real, and it's not. This one you can't make real. It's just not real.
Yeah, and that's from that type of graphics is from years ago. So now you can make AI with this type of stuff. But I just find it very worrying that companies are using AI. You can't just use this picture. Like,
so what's the backstory? Why did she start hammering her neighbors? What was the beef?
It says here, Taiwanese court of law recently ruled against a woman surnamed Chen who reportedly installed sound amplifying equipment on the balcony of her home in Kaohsiung and used it to insult her neighbors at odd hours of the night, at least 3 times per week for nearly 2 years. In May of 2023, Chen began using a megaphone to insult several neighbors with whom she had disputes, but the sound coming from her balcony was so loud that it affected the peace of several other households in her neighborhood. She always broadcasted at maximum volume, with each session lasting a few dozen minutes. After enduring the situation for almost 2 years and failing to reason with Chen, dozens of neighbors filed a joint complaint with the local police. The case eventually ended up in court, where Chen admitted to using a megaphone to curse at her neighbors at late hours of the night, but claimed she did so only occasionally and only because the noise caused by her neighbors had prevented her from resting properly. Okay, so complain to the police about them.
She's a Karen.
Yeah, absolute Karen. Absolute Karen. Real-life Terminators, Chinese-made humanoid robots blow everyone away with Kung Fu exhibition. Yeah, that's what we need to teach them how to fight. Unitree is one of China's largest humanoid robot manufacturers, with G1 and H2 models constantly making tech news headlines for various reasons. But few people realized just how advanced these models were until yesterday, when the company shocked the world with a Kung Fu exhibition where its robots performed alongside humans. To say Unitree's humanoid robots shattered everyone's expectations would be a serious understatement. If the footage going viral on social media right now is to be believed, the G1 and H2 are incredibly mobile and flexible, more so than real humans. So let's YouTube this to bigger. Here we go. Take the music away so we don't get copyrighted. So here we go. So these are all robots. Oh, this is terrifying. Why are we training them how to fight? This is not good.
Well, that's the next step. Star Wars, they had their whole armies of robots.
Droids were around for thousands of years before that.
So
but
that's what you're going to do. You're not going to put people out there.
True.
Then if the droids turn on you, you're screwed.
Yeah. The world's largest mobile crane can lift weights up to 1,200 tons. Impressive. Look at those. So pads are serious.
Well, look at how far out they have to be to
stabilize. Yeah. Transporting wind turbine components is difficult enough, but putting them all together is a different matter entirely. First, there is the terrain, as land-based wind turbines are usually located in large fields or on hills, where some construction equipment simply cannot reach. Then there is the assembly process, which requires specialized machinery, and that's where the Leverhier LTM 11200 9.1 comes in, featuring a 9-axle chassis, a Y guiding system designed for increased lifting capabilities, as well as the world's longest telescopic boom at 328 feet or 100 meters. The Leverhier, is one of the most impressive pieces of construction machinery ever created. So, lattice boom cranes are good at a lot of things, but less so at assembling wind turbines. So it's a wind turbine crane. So.
No, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just going to say, who would be laughing like hell? Tesla.
Why?
Because he had, because he is incredible.
Look at that crane. That's huge.
What you're doing with this is crazy. I have a deal. You put it up and you tap into the world's energy circling the Earth. I do believe him 100%.
Oh, you mean Nikola Tesla?
Yeah, Nikola Tesla.
I thought you were talking about Elon Musk.
No.
I was just like...
Nikola Tesla.
Okay.
Should have said his first name.
Yeah.
He's got to be laughing like hell. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
If he was right. If he
he absolutely is right.
And
he is absolutely right.
I don't know where he got his information from, but he was so far ahead.
Yeah. Now I'm going to play this at 2 times speed. But I wanted to show this. This is I love this video. It's a crane lifting a crane, lifting a crane, lifting a crane. So here you go. So it's lifting a toy crane. So it's a crane lifting a toy crane, and then there's this crane, and that crane's being lifted now by another crane. And you see this crane behind it. And then now this crane is being lifted.
What's the point of this?
It's just to showcase, and it's interesting to have a crane lifting a crane.
So there's a toy crane at the top?
Yeah, the toy crane, little crane, and then now this crane is being lifted. And look at this! Look at that thing.
They get bigger.
Yeah, no, they're demonstrating their power.
Great.
Yeah, this is all it's basically a commercial, for this crane company. But yeah, look at that. That's hilarious. I love it.
Look at that structure.
Yeah, and now it's moving.
I would have gone and seen that. There was a bunch of people around.
I would have loved to see this in person. Spectacular. From UPI here, Ohio man bought lottery ticket for wrong drawing and ended up winning $50,000 anyway. Ohio. Yeah, that's a lucky schmuck right there.
Wrong game. Whoops.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah. The Magala resident, identified as Ron, told Ohio lottery officials his brother-in-law inspired him to buy a Mega Millions ticket at the Walmart Supercenter on Valley Plaza Drive in St. Clairsville. Ron said it wasn't until he scanned the ticket and asked the clerk to look at it that he realized he had mistakenly bought a ticket for February 5th evening Pick 5 drawing instead of Mega Millions. He still got $50,000,
Ooh,
That's
yeah.
awesome. Michigan man played pickleball for record-breaking 28 hours.
Boy.
All right.
True love.
Yeah, Grand Rapids residents Brad Haverkep and Caleb Dang said they took on the record in late November after a previous attempt to break a similar record for playing doubles pickleball fell short in 2024. The men played for 28 consecutive hours and were only allowed a 5-minute break each hour. All right.
Okay, that was going to be my question. How many breaks do they get?
Mm-hmm.
And you get a soda break and a lunch break. And, so 5 minutes every hour isn't bad.
Yeah.
You can pee, drink some water.
Mm-hmm.
Although I'm sure you have water there to drink.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Bird with fishing hook stuck in its beak visits emergency room for help. That's if these animals start knowing, if they know.
You telling me the bird flew to himself, or someone caught him and took him to the...
A bird with a hook stuck in its beak sought medical attention by pecking at the window of a German hospital's emergency room. I wonder if it knew.
Wow.
Sihat Kirit, a registered nurse at the emergency department of the Klingenham Links der Weser Hospital, said the injured cormorant made its need for assistance known Sunday by pecking at the window. Quote, I've never experienced anything like this in my 15 years of professional experience, but then a colleague came to me and said, hey, there's a bird pecking at the window, end quote. The colleague investigated the avian and discovered it had a fishing hook stuck in its beak. So, I mean, it has to have known. See, people need to realize that, humanity needs to stop with its ego trip, thinking that we're hot shit. We're just, animals are a lot smarter than we think. And, I mean, it's been proven that, like crows, they can remember faces, they can hold grudges. It's been said, alligators or crocodiles or whatever, maybe both, hold grudges, and there's been examples of them, chasing people down, for years and such. That
one's a hard one to swallow.
Yeah.
So to speak.
Yeah. But, I mean, unless there's food, why would the bird just randomly peck at a window, especially of an emergency room? It has to know.
Now, let me add a little scenario. What can go through a bird's head, I guess, which I'm talking through my ass. But if that's his territory, and he can certainly sense weakness or illness of a species, and he knows they go in there, and he goes, whoops, I'm going to there to see if they can help me.
That is a good point. I didn't think about it that way. What else do we got here? Bald eagle rescued from floating ice on New York's Hudson River. The New York Police Department said on social media that harbor unit officers were patrolling the Hudson River Tuesday morning when they spotted an injured bald eagle floating on the ice and calling out for help. So, wow.
That sounds like a stress call, doesn't it?
Yeah.
His claw's bleeding too.
I was saying his claw is bleeding.
It's alright, bro. It's alright. I think he's fine. I think we're good.
Now, Howie. I don't want to put too tight. Just enough so he can't. All right.
Do you want to go up to the right? All right, buddy. We got you. Get me a little closer. Yep. Behind. Yep.
Got it.
They got him. I hope they got it then.
I got something.
Assistance
Yep, we're good.
needs.
Yep.
Wow.
Go right here.
Now, see, obviously they're handling it with extreme care, but, you know, as I was saying, like, does it know that they're there to help it? It's not putting up a lot of a fight, you know?
Well, initially it couldn't because it knew it was dead where it was and it couldn't move.
Yeah.
Otherwise it would have flown away from that ice patch.
Yeah.
Floating ice.
Mm-hmm.
So it had no choice.
Yeah. Loose dog crossed the finish line at Olympic skiing events. This is dangerous. The dog, a Czech wolfhound, was recorded by NBC Sports cameras as it followed Croatian skier Tena Hadzik across the finish line, eliciting cheers from the spectators. But it could probably be chasing him to hunt. You know, like no, that looks like a wild animal or something.
Racing to the line there. The crowd clearly enjoying this.
Oh, it has a collar. Somebody needs to control their freaking animal. That's dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Last but not least here, Florida Aquarium's resident manatee is the oldest on record. A resident of a Florida aquarium confirmed to be at least 71 years old has been certified as the oldest manatee ever by Guinness World Records. The record-keeping organization said Romeo, a resident at the Golfarium on Ukalasu Island, was found in the wild in 1957 and was estimated to be between 2 to 5 years old, making him at least 71 years old in 2026, likely a few years older. Romeo spent most of his life in the Miami Seaquarium, moved to Zoo Tampa in 2023, and arrived at the Golfarium 2 years later in 2025. All right.
Still not as old as me.
No. But that shall be it for today for the news. Where'd my script go? Yeah, please.
So we had to finish up with an old man joke, huh?
Well.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Please check the under the description below for any links that you may be interested in, including but not limited to all things Omni Coalition. For your dose of different, odd, and unusual news, aka notable events, weather, and sports, we stream every Saturday at 5 p.m. Pacific Time, 6 Mountain, 7 Central, and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, respectively. We do have other shows. The History Show coming up in about an hour and a half, actually, right? You know. And, until next time, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. I'm AO Xander.
Golden Loon.
And you, of course, are you. Toodles! Where's the thing?
Sorry, I'm acting stupid.
No, that's fine.
I'm trying to loosen up.
It's fine.